In a village called Umobom, there lived a widow called Iroka with her son Obiozo. The husband died years ago, and she has been sustaining herself with her son with the little things they get from the farm. Obiozo is a humble child and an obedient son. He loves his mother so much that he can go to any length to protect and provide for his mother. He would not allow the mother to touch a thing. He goes to the farm, he fetches the water, he cooks, and he makes sure the mother is always happy. On his way to the farm one fateful morning, he passed one of their lands, and he looked and saw people inside the farm cultivating. He rushed back to the house and asked the mother, "Did you pay anybody to farm on our land?" The mother said no. Then he rushed back to the farm. He looked and looked closely again. Lo and behold, it was his uncle, Onkwe, that was farming on his father's farmland. He rushed and called, "Uncle, what are you doing inside my father's farm?" The uncle said, "Shut up, you bastard son of a nobody. How am I even sure that you are a legitimate son of my late brother?" Obiozo answered and said, "Uncle, that did not answer my question. What are you doing inside my father's farm?" Onkwe answered, "I am dancing the masquerade dance inside the farm." Obiozo laughed. Ha 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 ha. That was funny. "Uncle, if you don't move out of my father's land now, I am going to cut off your leg with this machete." Onkwe turned and said, "Is it me that you are threatening?" He dived at his uncle, who took to his heels and started running. Onkwe ran till he got to his house, panting, because he was out of breath. The wife came out and asked him, "Nai, why are you running like someone that is being pursued by the spirit?" Then he answered and told her everything that had happened inside the farm that morning. The wife answered and said, "Nai, I have told you countless times, let your late brother's wife and his son be. Allow them to rest. Stop disturbing that poor widow." He turned to his wife and said, "You must be a very foolish woman for saying that to me. Is that all you're going to say to your husband that was nearly killed?" She said, "I have told you before, and I will say it again. Whatever comes out of this wickedness that you are showing your late brother's wife and his son, I will not be a part of it." As she walked out of the room, Onkwe cursed his wife and called her a foolish woman. Then he murmured to himself, "I will deal with this boy. I will show him that I am the lion of this community." Obiozo was in love with Ugobemma, the most beautiful maiden in that community. Every man sought for her hand, both far and near. Everybody wants to be with Ugobemma. Obiozo fell in love with her, but truly, deep down in her spirit, she was not very much in love with Obiozo. She sought for the rich and the wealthy. And the little thing Obiozo got from his father's farm, he provides for her and makes sure that she is comfortable and happy. One day, Iruka called Obiozo her son and said, "Sit, my son. I want to talk to you about something important. I want to talk to you about Ugobem. My spirit does not accept her. I don't see anything good coming out from her. Leave her alone. Look for another maiden. There are beautiful maidens in this community. Look for one of them and make one of them your wife." Obiozo said, "Okay, mother, I have heard you." As he walked out, he laughed at what the mother had said. He was so much in love with Ugobemma that he does not care what anybody says about her. They go to the stream together. They go to the market together. Everybody in the village knows Obiozo and Ugobemma to be lovers. Not until a great son of the soil, Ositademma, came back from his journey to sojourn in the land of his fathers. He sells gold, and he is as wealthy as the king of the community. Then that fateful day, he set his eyes on Ugobemma and swore that he had found his wife, that nothing can stop him from making Ugobemma his wife. The following morning, Onkwe came to the house of Iruka and warned her that she is a witch. After killing his brother, now he wants to kill him too by sending his son to chase him with a cutlass. Iruka only said to him, Onkwe, what are you looking for inside my husband's land? Why do you want to take away everything that belongs to my husband away from me? Can't you see that he has a son? Can't you see that he has someone that will bear his name? What have we done to deserve your wickedness? Onkwe laughed. You are a witch. You killed my brother. You want to kill me too? You sent that bastard son of yours after me to kill me too? I will deal with you and your son. You will hear from me. Onkwe left, angry. Iruka only sat down inside her hut and cried because they treat her like an outsider and insult her at any given chance they had. Ositademma, the great gold merchant that came back to his father's land in the community of Umobo, every girl wants to be with him because he's rich and wealthy. He is a wicked fellow. He does not value human life. He had already sold his soul for wealth. Nobody dares stand in his way. Nobody dares speak when he has spoken. Even the king is scared of him. He went straight to the family of Ugobemma and told them that he wanted their daughter as his wife. Obiozo was furious. He said, is it because he has money that he feels he can intimidate anybody and take away things from people at will? Obiozo was furious, angry, and bitter because he was a nobody. He was just a poor farmer trying to cater for his family and his girlfriend, Ugobemma. Ugobemma, on the other hand, was happy in her heart. This was exactly what she wished for and prayed for, a wealthy man. She was only using Obiozo to wait when the right man will come. Obiozo thought Ugobemma loved him. Little did he know that she never for one day loved him as much as he had loved her. Pretends to love Obiozo to be with him so that it will look as if she was forced to marry the gold merchant. Iruka had a dream, a very terrible dream in the night. What manner of nightmare is this? She said to herself. She called to her son and begged her son, please, I saw you being covered in a grave, and I stretched my hand to get you, and I could not. Please, my son, promise me that you will not put yourself into any danger. You know you are all I have. Obiozo promised the mother that he will stay away from trouble. Then the mother went back to sleep. Words got to Ositademma about the fellow, the young man that is dragging Ugobemma with him. He laughed and asked whose son is he. Then he made plans and arrangements on how to deal with Obiozo, while his uncle Onkwe is already on the journey of teaching him a lesson with his mother, because he wanted everything that the brother had to himself. That evening, Obiozo came back from the farm. He greeted his mother and asked for food. The mother gave him food to eat. He took his shower and went to bed. In the morning, The mother went to wake him up. The mother called, "Obiozo, Obiozo," and there was no sound. First, she felt he might have left the house very early. Then when she came out, she saw his cutlass and everything, his baskets, all outside. Then she became worried. She went into the house and saw her son lying lifeless on his mat. She screamed, "Help me! Onye nọ nso! Onye nọ nso! Bịanụ o! Bịanụ o! Ewu atam igu n'ishi! Ewu atanụ m igu n'ishi o! Chimegbuo m o! Chimegbuo m o! Chimegbuo m o!" The whole village ran and came. What is happening? Then they saw the lifeless body of Obiozo. Nobody could believe it. They asked her, what happened? Her only child. She could not bear the grief. She wanted to kill herself. She cried and cried and cried. What happened to Obiozo? Nobody could answer. He was not sick, just like that. His life was sniffed out of his body. The whole village mourned for Obiozo, the gentle, kind-hearted man. His death was still a mystery. Everybody was scared. What is going on? The whole village was trembling as they mourned Obiozo. In the midst of all this commotion, Obiozo's spirit became restless. It stares helplessly at the mother as she cries and wallows in pain. She stares at the whole community, but no one can see him. He wonders, what is going on? Am I dead? Could this be the end of me? What happened? How did I die? All those questions went on and on without an answer. He watched people mourn him, and he searched for his girlfriend. He couldn't find her there. He disappeared and appeared at the compound of Ugobemma, only to see Ugobemma doing her traditional marriage. The same day, people were mourning him at his compound. Ugobemma was busy doing her traditional marriage with Ositadema at her father's compound. He felt betrayed. He felt anger ripping through his chest. He remembered what his mother had told him, that Ugobemma is not a good woman. He couldn't believe that the woman he loved so much could not even wait for his body to be laid to rest before she carried out her traditional marriage with his rival. He disappeared and appeared again at his father's compound. He watched the mother cry every day without anybody to console her. She was just alone. He watched as the uncle tormented the mother day and night. He kept crying. He wept, and he called on Oseblowa for a second chance to make things right. Every day, Iruka comes out in front of her compound. She sat down on the soil, packed the soil on her hand, and she cursed every living thing that has hand in her son's death. She keeps saying, "Obiozo, my son, was full of life. He did not die a natural death. Anybody that has a hand in my son's death, may the earth open and swallow them. May their home be as desolate as they have left mine. May they lose everything that is of value to them, as they have killed mine. May they never have any offspring of their own. May all that they have labored for disappear into the thin air." Every day, Obiozo appeared to his mother and watched her weep on his grave. He could not hold his tears. She was lonely, sad, and broken. Life was leaving her every blessed day. He couldn't stand the sight of his mother. He wept and called upon Ozebloa and asked for a second chance to even at least make things right. Then the heaven listened. The heaven saw the tears of the mother. They saw the tears of the widow. She was helpless, broken, and sad. And they listened to the voice of Obiozo. He was given a second chance. A great whirlwind came and blew the soul of Obiozo to a strange land where he knows no one. But the funny thing here is that the land which he was taken to, everybody in that community saw him. It was as if he is in a full form of a human being. Everybody saw him and looked at him. They called him stranger. What do you want in this community? How did you get here? He was surprised and shocked. How come everybody can see me? Then it was clear to him that he has been given a second chance at life in another community, in another race where nobody knows his story. Obiozo mingled with the people of the community. He told them that he is a trader. He has come from a very far place to trade in the community. They accepted him into the community, gave him land and a house, and gave him a land to cultivate in. Obiozo lived his life like a normal human being, but deep down within him, he knows that he is a ghost, and he was only given a second chance to make things right by Ozebloa, the god of creation. Back in the land of Umobum, Mazi Onwukwe came to the house of Iruka. He packed all the whole land that belongs to Obiozo, saying, I am now the owner of everything. Besides, my brother doesn't have any heir to inherit them. Me and my sons will inherit all that is remaining of my brother. You are a witch. He accused Iruka of killing her only son and his brother. He warned all the villagers to stay away from Iruka, that she is a witch and a human eater. Iruka wept day and night. She couldn't be consoled. She packed the sand of the earth and she swore in front of the elders and the villagers and said, if I have any hand in this death of my son, let the gods strike me dead. But if anybody else has a hand in my son's death, let the earth judge him. On the other hand, Osita Dimma and Ugobemma. Osita is a beast. He beats Ugobemma at any slightest provocation. He hits her, he abused her parents, and he starves her. He makes life unbearable and miserable for her. Even in pregnancy, he still hits her. Ugobemma regrets everything that she has done. She regretted ever leaving Obiozo. He regretted the day she made the decision to marry Osita Demma. But what can we do? We cannot turn back the hands of time. Obiozo has already settled in the land of the living, knowing very well that he is a ghost, and he has a limited time to fulfill the purpose on which he was given a second chance. He had to fulfill the purpose. There in the land which he sojourned, he met and fell in love with a beautiful maiden called Erima. Erima is very beautiful and homely, quiet and lovely. She has a sister called Ada. Erima and Ada, they are orphans. Obiozo loved Erima so much, and he decided to get married to her immediately. He got married to Erima, though Ada had inquired about his people, but he lied and told them that he is an orphan. She took in immediately after they got married. Who killed Obiozo? Did Erima find out that she married a ghost? What happened to Uncle Onkwe? What is the fate of Osita and his wife? Did Obiozo got the justice that he deserved? Subscribe and on the notification button so that you will get notified when I post the next video.